And welcome back to another album review. Today we're talking about motherfucking Young Gravy coming back with another album called Sensational, and this is a follow-up to the Snow Cougar EP, which is something that I did review on this channel if you want to go check that out. And basically, when I left that album, I enjoyed it. I was just questioning where the future of Young Gravy could expand to, with a label backing and its heavily use of just samples from like the 50s and 60s and these like very like Who Framed Roger Rabbit type sounds. That is definitely benefited by the fact that he does have a backing from Republic Records, and that comes across tenfold on this album, Sensational. And yeah, let's just take a look at this track list. Not track list, I mean cover art. Before we get into the track list, take a look at this fucking cover art, because holy shit, what the fuck. You got the fucking the cougar. The cougar's a staple at this point. You gotta have a cougar on every fucking album cover. I need those pants, and just that is beautiful. I need this poster. I need to just, yeah, it's fucking fantastic. I love shit like this, and I don't think I've ever seen shit like this. So I love shit like this now. But nah, I mean his cover art's always been very like, this is the Young Gravy EP cover art, like very like that aesthetic. And yeah, and if you've seen his SoundCloud, it's just covered in those style of artwork. But you know, looking at this album, there when the track list got put out by him, I was looking at it and I was like, damn, I really don't want this to get lost with the addition of older tracks. And these, like, it just looked like a clusterfuck, honestly, with all these fucking features just out the womb, just coming everywhere, every fucking angle, nonstop. But to be fucking fair and completely honest, this came across beautifully. Every single feature just felt like it was just a big family coming together to make like epic music, and the production on this is definitely nothing to fucking sleep on. It features Big Gator, Bossman, Dolly Inglewood, Jason Rich, Julian Avila, Lakey-inspired Lakim Bryant, Nick Seeley, T. Watt, as well as fucking Suede. You got Y2K on this thing, a bunch of fucking people. I think even Young Gravy himself is on this thing, producing, helping out. Baby No Money, Juicy J, Little Baby, Little Mayo, Puya, Ramirez, and Trippy the Kid, all being featured on this damn thing. Mia Gladstone as well. Just a crazy amount of people, and it just comes across 10 fucking fold. When you hear Young Gravy's music, it's just this like persona, this like meme, I guess, if you will. It's very campy is not the right word, but it could be campy, and it never is campy, and that's what's, I think, been most fucking impressive with what he's been able to do with the Young Gravy persona, mantra, and just kind of take it to the nth degree of just loving older women, and just really having a really good sense of ear of just what is funny, to like being the dad of rap. And you know, Gravy has always been your dad and will always be your dad, and that definitely comes across on this damn thing. Taking a look at the track list, Gravy for Pope is track number 1, track number 2 is Buttered Up featuring Juicy J, track number 3 is Charlene, track number 4 is The Boys Are Back in Town featuring Puya, Ramirez, Suede, and Trippy the Kid. Y2K produces. I think Suede even helps out with the production, I'm pretty fucking sure. You have a single from this album, Magic, track number 6, or at track number 5. Track number 6 is Whip a Tesla featuring Baby No Money. You gotta have Baby No Money on a fucking Young Gravy album. I just want Young Gravy on Baby No Money albums. And where's the Baby Gravy 2? You need these things. I need these things. What the fuck, man? But with the Tesla, fantastic track. Really cool to see him on there. The duo is just fantastic. Always, never gonna stop. Track number 7, you get an interlude by the name of Daddy Aioli. Track number 8 is Gravy Train, which was a previous single from this album, or from this discography of his, and then it kind of got re-released. I feel like we've been hearing snippets of this damn thing for a long ass time, and to finally get the full fucking thing is really cool. Track number 9 is E.T. featuring Lil Mayo. Track number 10 is Alley Oop featuring Lil Baby. Track number 11 is Richard Simmons, which is kind of, I wanted to say featuring Playboy Cardi, but not. It's just because there's a part at the second verse of that track where it's just a flip on Broke Boy, and it's so fucking interesting, and that was a really cool standout to me. Track number 12 is also another single from this, which is Pizzazz. And then Alley Oop was also a single. Forgot to mention that. Got a video for that one as well. One Thought, Two Thought, Red Thought, Blue Thought. Surprised this hasn't been on a project at all. So like when I saw that one on there, that's when I got like nervous and I was like, I want new stuff. And all of the new stuff fucking bangs on this album. And in some cases, actually, like with Magic and Gravy Train, previous singles that I wasn't feeling as much or playing as much as I thought I would be, they all came into really good context with the rest of the track listing on here. But starting with Gravy for Pope, one of the coolest fucking intros. He's fucking hilarious, and this is just to the nth degree. This is the epitome of just taking that, just I'm blank and I'm your dad, just running with that. Like, this is really just some cool shit. The production, though, this is where, like, my mind gets blown, is just the production on this damn album is just fucking phenomenal. Every single sample is just used beautifully, and it's never feeling like it's not his song. Like, I feel like the one time where it feels like it's a straight up remix is Gravy Train, but it's such a goddamn good remix that like you can literally sing the original song and just keep going with it, and Gravy's rapping over it, and like it's so interesting the way that that just plays together so goddamn well. Looking at track number 4 though, I want to pinpoint on The Boys Are Back in Town, because goddamn were they. Fuck. Holy shit. This song was the song on the album that I saw, and I was like, no. 1, you got Trippy the Kid. 2, you got Puya. 3, you got Ramirez. And 4, you got Young Gravy being the man to bring all this together and like putting together potentially a posse cut that is going to fucking melt your face off. And it's not just that, but it's literally the production from Suede, Young Gravy, and Y2K that just creates this atmosphere of bombasticness. But to watch them kind of just take it over and just run with it and interlude with each other and like have this like running hook of just like Gravy like introducing everyone with like, he says like, you ain't with the shits, 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 and then says like the name of the person on the fucking track and says with your bitch. And like that little thing can be so goddamn corny, and that's the thing with Young Gravy, is like every single thing that he fucking does can be so goddamn corny, but it's not, because he's doing it masterfully and he's doing it like a goddamn pro. And just to see him bring all these people together on like this style of posse cut is just fantastic, just fucking fan goddamn fantastic. But I wanted to show off like the song structure on this thing because it's very fucking interesting. It goes Young Gravy with the intro of A. No, scratch that. But verse 1, you got Young Gravy. Verse 2, you got Trippy the Kid. Verse 3, you got Young Gravy. Hook, Gravy. Verse 4, Ramirez. Hook, Gravy. Verse 5, Puya. Verse 6, Gravy. Verse 7, Trippy the Kid. Verse 8, Puya. Hook, Gravy. Verse 9 is Trippy the Kid, Gravy, and Puya coming in and out of one another. Just like endings, like the way that they finish off like the lines is fucking fantastic. An interlude a little bit by Puya, and then you got another verse by Gravy to close it off. But the way that that comes together, you have 10 fucking verses on a track with multiple hooks. It's like little short vignettes of each one, but it's fucking masterfully done. So that's definitely one of my favorite tracks of the year. Definitely the standout track on the album. Another one that I will shout out is Buttered Up with Juicy J. That whole concept shouldn't work as good as it does. Fucking does. Shout out to Mira Gladstone on track number 3. I want to shout her out real quick because holy goddamn shit. Her voice. I think it was the song Golden or Coastin'? No, Golden. I think it's called Golden with her and Gravy and Baby. And it's fire, just straight fire. Whip a Tesla, super fire. E.T. with Lil Mayo is one of my favorite songs on this goddamn thing. That's so goddamn impressive. Lil Mayo, never heard of you, but definitely will be checking out your music because it's super interesting. It's like this like overly like staticked out voice, clearly robotic. So you like, if anyone was like, oh, why are you using auto-tune? It's like, well, you don't even know what this man's voice sounds like because it's just fucking effects on effects. But it sounds good, it works, and it just added like a whole different like veracity on this thing that I wasn't really expecting. So to have that there is really cool. One little like hiccup that I didn't understand was like Alley Oop didn't play as well in context on this album as it does like as a single, as much as I've loved it, period. But the way that Richard Simmons does start after it is really fire, so maybe that's the reason of the placement. But I really would have preferred that to be higher up on like the track listing, as far as like around the Juicy J track maybe, or even like with, yeah, I guess like that Juicy J track. If it came after Gravy for Pope, I think that would have been a better spot. But Again, fire track. It's just in context with the album. Didn't play as much as I wanted it to play, as far as like me enjoying it. With the rest of them, again, it's a fire ass track. Lil Baby does his thing. Gravy holds it fucking down on that track, so it's like you can't hate. Richard Simmons, again, I would call that a standout track. I fuck with that song. So E.T., Richard Simmons, Whip a Tesla, and the boys are back in town. Buttered Up. Fuck it, dude. Like every new song, every old song on here just works. This album works. It's just a proof of concept, a literal catapult of taking an idea and just fucking running with it. So like, don't be afraid to be your fucking self, because that's what fucking Young Gravy is doing to rap right now. Is like he's just unapologetically doing it and just sticking with it and just fucking mastering it and just staying in a fucking lane that no one can touch. And that's what's brilliant of it, is like it has yet to get old for me, and I feel like this album just proves that it can continue and can exist and can grow. And just, you know, I'm excited to see the future now, like in a different way. Now I'm just excited for like album 2. Like what's a sophomore Young Gravy album happen? Like, what's that sound like? Like, let's fucking find out. What did you think of this album, Sensational? Did you think it was sensational? I had to make that pun. Let me know in the comment section below. I will respond, have a conversation with you. Follow me on Twitter at YoGRRTT, YOOGRRTT, Instagram as well. Now, notation on those 2 platforms as well. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and that is all, folks.